Yo, I know the next steps. Mania is Sunday and Saturday. Still acclimating to that. You could tell I'm in a real last administration frame of mind, and it's going to be like that. So, one thing you thought you could do but realized you couldn't was predict certain moves of the last administration, like when they'd be right about something. And we all know who's at the helm of that. It's one of those instances where I know what's right, and we're going to carry that out. Yo, SmackDown happened. We gonna run through. Raw happened. We gonna run through. NXT happened. I want to try to get there and be there for a minute because the past couple of weeks we've been missing out. Shout out to everybody on roster. Already told you I felt about the character development from before. You know, like we're speaking to the superstars. They can have their writing, but they don't know what they're gonna be saying sometimes. You know, so they need to make sure that they're on point, and whoever else takes resonance with it takes resonance and it finds its way to me. But don't be gassed if your material made TV. That's ultimately what I'm getting at. Don't be hyped up about that, because if it made TV, it don't mean necessarily you inspired it. It just means it's something that's good for TV. So now when we looking at that part, you dealing with creative writers room. I watched one thinking she was going to be able to make waves in the headlines with how she was moving haphazardly, and that didn't play out the way she figured it would, nor did it play out as fast as she thought it would. So it's like the little bits, it's not really going to hit on much. And then when we looking at the parts of the programming that we don't see, I'm the reality of things is what goes on behind closed doors has an air of like the suspended reality. You know what I mean? Like, it's levels to that. So then when we speak to the experience within that space, I leave it to the individual to, appreciate, not care about, move on from. Like, it actually reminds me of like the Make-A-Wish program, but that's a whole nother situation, respectfully. I don't want to go too deep into it. So now let's go ahead and really run into SmackDown and Raw. What's popping here? LA Knight, Randy Orton, and Jacob Solo, all 4-5 right now. Jake going for a title. I mean, I'm not against it. I really it's a little new. Who want to take the title off of him? That would be more the idea if he gets the championship. But either way, I think the championship matters more than the superstar right now. So I think that is that's something that we can take pride in. Like, yeah, LA Knight's a champion, cool, but when we're seeing the championship, I'm interested in who it goes on next. And LA Knight's doing great as a champion, you see? So that's really what matters here. Now, moving on. Lyra and Bayley went through the gauntlet. All the teams were great. Fun stuff. I was pulling for Kaden and Katana, but I have no picks in this race of the women's division right now. I'm liking the fact that their tag team's trying to form. Took a minute. The singles is one thing, but then I think if they work the girls just got to be on point. If the girls could be on point and making their moves right, then we in directions. I feel like it's only a feel-good energy when they're in the ring doing the craft. Other than that, it's a very catty environment. We all know that, but women and discipline is a practice, and women are taught discipline usually by men, respectfully, because they can teach for themselves. But the men's role or the man's role in teaching discipline for the women it goes lacking once they go from NXT to the main roster because of just how large of a shift it is. There goes that. Bayley and Lyra number one contenders, fine. Liv and Raquel, all right, let's see what they got. It's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully they're able to keep up with each other properly. Was there anything else crazy on SmackDown? Secret Service, all the teams were good. Drew destroyed Damian Priest, chokeslam, got the glass in his eye, now he's doing the eye patch, all healed up, beat up Dame. All right, something to do. Ray Phoenix, and shouts to Dame, he's doing great. Ray Phoenix beat Berto. Whole sequence and segments leading up to that match was good stuff. I remember that off SmackDown. The production value is increasing each week, and I'm definitely appreciative of it all. So Ray Phoenix, good. Berto, good. Good look. Gonna be a solid move forward. And when him and Penta link up for whatever they link up for, I'm looking forward to it. They both look real good. They got the fanfare with them, so let's continue that positive momentum. What else? All right, Zelina Vega beat Chelsea Green. Count out. I heard it wasn't real. Good. Why not? You know why? Because it's something going on. Chelsea's fine, but then I think she needs to... Chelsea Green right now is reminding me of Asuka. And Kairi kinda did the best so far as really transitioning into a role. Shouts to Kairi. She also did, but I'm really appreciating what Asuka was able to do with that character. Io did really like the best transition because now like she has the momentum. It's just knowing how to tap in. That was done. So I appreciate that most so. Oh my goodness, we have a problem? No, we don't. So there goes that. Chelsea right now, I think she can go to finding what in the video packages they're looking for, and she can channel into that. I think that's really what's next so far as like moving the momentum forward with her and her vision and the rest of it. I love it. I think it's really good stuff. Now, Cody revealed the old titles and the message to Cena, no Cena, all Cody, Mania promo. Next year, we're going to have to turn this up a little bit more. I've got my ideas. I'm always thinking ahead when it comes to that stuff. So, I'll say this much. I am looking forward to the off-season this year. And everybody knows when the off-season is. So, it's coming up, and we will enjoy the time in between. I don't know what I'm probably gonna be sleeping during it, honestly, but I'm anticipating it just for the fun of the just what it is they do. I won't even include myself in it. Now, Tiff and Roxanne, good match. Did Charlotte run down? Oh yeah, Charlotte came out, went crazy. Great shot of Charlotte. Great shots of Charlotte. Great fit, looked the part, and I'm talking, it's not about, now it's blonde girl magic, you know? Like, we have black girl magic, then we saw blonde girl magic. Everybody knows. And we technically can't even jump in this. The only ones that have the credentials to jump in this is hot blondes. I want to say natural, not natural. I don't extend those. I can't speak to too much. I'm saying, like, we all can feel it between those two. And it's unfortunate that there's such a catty nature between, but then we can't really jump in this one. Like, we going to need to see what plays out, and I'm looking forward to the match. I hope they're able to keep up with each other and make the match look good. Don't be nervous, because I know I've seen nerves take over in big match spots like that, or situations. This is a big match for Mania. It's a transitional time, and you know, you get this high up the ladder with as much clout that Charlotte has been able to gather without her dad's last name. Like, remember when she first came around, it wasn't no chatter of this. Like, look, I'm trying to do this on my own. I don't need my dad's last name, blah, da, 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 da. So, I'm I'm not really mad at how she's moving now. It's just being so high up on the ladder. I'm not nervous about what's going to happen. I'm just really anticipating after what happens. Like, so it's going to take about a month for things to get back to normal, potentially. But I don't know. Ain't no telling on how it's really going to play out. Let's move on. We're already 10 minutes in. Randy, LA, Solo, Tonga. Good match. All of them are great. All of the men's spot. Look, I need the rest of these guys to get uninjured. That's really all I said. That's what I said. I need them to be uninjured. Everybody else is in a good spot. I think with just how that is, that storyline would be a little bit better if we had those 2 extra bodies with Solo. But for right now, I like it, but it's just something that's happening on SmackDown. And there's nothing wrong with it. Not talking down on it. It's moving the show forward, and they're building, definite characters. Like Randy is already solidified. LA Knight is already on the way up. LA title, United States title is on the line, and all of this is in the mix. It's good stuff. Now, all of that's fine. Tonga's great. We need more of those members on deck so far as the ones that's injured right now. So shouts to Bronson Reed and shouts to Tonga Loa. Hope they get well soon. Been on that. Not gas. When they get back, we'll be back to normal. But the strength in numbers when it comes to what these characters are developing. We're doing this for another 2-3 months. We're looking forward to just to have them in that next spot. Maybe it's not a bunch of levels up, but at least a level or 2 up. But we don't know. They probably won't be back for another 5 months. Who knows? Anyway, all right, let's get the Raw. Gunther say he gonna beat Jay at Mania. I mean, believe what you want, Jay is looking like he's ready to take that man down. At least he has the crowd convinced. Now, Gunther's been talking real normal and not trying to OD, but he been saying more than enough. So then what? Like we ain't seen Jay act like this before. So now what? Like he already said he praying for him and all the rest of it. Jay done said what he need to say. I heard what Jay need to say. And on God now, word the oos shit gonna get handled. And we gonna make it count now. So we just gonna see how it play itself out moving forward. Bayley, women's tag team champ. All right, she beat Liv. Good stuff. It was a couple of good spots during that match. So Bayley getting the victory, much needed. It was good. Let them continue with what they're doing, and we'll step in when the time is right on that. Rey Mysterio, Julius Creed, great match. They kept up. Rey looked great, and even in a strong victory, we're all still. Well, I'm happy Rey won that. Want things to go good for Creed, but this whole Grande Americano thing. All right, so I want to talk about it as a fan, but then I don't. Look, at the end of the day, if they're not bringing my man in the fold, then it's really no point for this to be Guana now. That's me speaking creatively. Think we could milk a few more weeks out of him with the metal under the mask and almost losing. If I'm speaking as an avid observer of the product, the one that enjoys the character development element of it all, I think it's hilarious. But I'm seeing what it's based on, and it's not all right. So, we move on from there. AJ Styles carrying Cross. Shouts to Cross. We've all been believing in Cross for a while, and in case you weren't a believer in Cross, you were reminded in one way or another on Monday. And I'm glad that AJ was there, gonna take on Logan, all of this stuff. It's good. No complaints. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that Scarlett was out there. Like, it's strong. And then it sucks because, you got, you just got these Like, the Final Testament was supposed to be a thing. Fuck out of here. It was supposed to be a thing. And then they got him the fuck out of here. So, let's move on. Jey Uso promised to bring it to Mania. Team bring it. Penta versus Finn Balor ended in no contest. You know. Both of them had to look strong. A pin on either one of them. I wouldn't say they'd look weak, but they didn't need that so far as momentum. So I'm not mad at that. Seth stomped Roman and Punk. You know, Seth is MVP of Mania last year. No questions. Seth has been finding the spot and making the way with momentum for the longest time. Oh, Lord. God bless. I'm not going crazy about my man bringing his wifey back neither. People are asking about Becky. I think she's solid where she at. If she's enjoying her time at home, then cool. And if we're just building upon that big comeback energy, it'd be great to have her back, but unless she really, really needs to be back, it's way too much of a line right now. So we don't want Becky to come through and soil all of the momentum that she's built. You know, that's my opinion. So there goes that. Now, let's get into this NXT parking lot. Yeah. That's really where I want to be at. I don't even remember, see how long we've been on. It's a little over 15, 16 minutes. Closer to 17. Alright, cool. Stand and Deliver is about to happen. Shouts to Ave. Here tell they want Chase University to get back together. Shouts to Evolve. Old Girl's gonna be on this soon. So I'm guessing Stand and Deliver is an official debut. So, you know, brace for that impact. It was a strong weekend for it. I think it's good. So we wait till after that show to really feel a full way about things and make the next move. But yeah, I think everyone's doing great. Now let's get into this. Ethan Page, Wesley Thorpe, and Alexis King. Fine. Paint by numbers. Ethan running with the twist of fate. I'm pretty sure Matt Hardy gave him the blessing. I wouldn't get that blessing. You know, like, maybe he been doing that move for mad long. Alright, fine. You know, like, it's levels to treatment. You know, so we going to see if my man's is capable to maintain the momentum that they're blessing him with right now. That's how I'm seeing it. Now, the rest of it, we'll get there when we get there. I'm going to just wait it out. Thorpe is doing all right. Birthright for the title, cool. A little edgy on the racism from last week. I think maybe even the week before that. It's really levels. Let's not get out of hand. But, bruh, LML. Lexus King is alright. He found a momentum as the Heritage Cup, or if he's still doing that, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then West is fine with his team. Is strong spots on NXT. Strong spots. And I noticed, I'll call it, I was thinking about it, and then it was spoken on, but they have those little small moments. They try to keep an air of you don't know what's going to happen next. And it's like an NXT version of it. It's so good. Good. I see that. We'll build upon it when the time is right. Now, Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley. Look, my favorite match of the night. Shouts to Lola, but look, we all know. Anybody that knows. I've been rocking with Tatum for years now. I want to say, well, it feels like before the pandemic, but I could be bugging on that. I don't know. But number one contender for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver. I'm watching the match, and the further I'm going along the match, I'm feeling like, you know, I'm over in the stands or somewhere by the bleachers, and I'm worried. I don't even want a pair of headphones on. I'm just kind of worried. I'm thinking about the results and who I'd want to see in the match. What's the best case scenario for the match? And the best situation that could have took place was Tatum being kept safe. So, fine. No problem. She didn't win that time around. I guess, Lola, we haven't seen Lola in a while. So then the ladder match, I bet. I don't want to see Tatum putting herself in any kind of crazy ass situations like that. Even though it would be awesome because my favorite match is a ladder match. It's been like that for some time now, since THQ and Ukes, but yeah, Lola got the win. Good. She has that look. She got the vibe. She got the music. She's figured out how to work with that, and the crowd is there with her. Because we got other strong characters that will further embolden, just her development, and then everyone can continue to play off of each other so far as like how they're developing their characters. Lola's, because it's already like themed the way it is, it's gonna move fast. So, and I'm talking just that momentum with the crowd and people liking her and such like that. Like, she clearly has the appeal. So the rest of it, it's like everyone else needs to be able to catch up without the unfair bias of, well, she's a spicy Latina, but all good. Shouts to Gigi, working it out, looking good. But yeah, ultimately, like I said, I ain't want Tatum to lose, but I also don't want Tatum hurting herself in a wild ass ladder match. Now, let's see what happens moving forward. All the girls in the back having their moments, it don't matter. Every little moment them girlies get on screen is perfect. They all look great back there. They're posturing, they're making their moves. I see all of them. I'm not going to call out none of it. I'm going to just say they're doing it right. If there's more that can be done, you don't want to draw too much attention in too many different directions, and you don't want it to be going too hard, but what is it? It's not your night sometimes, and it's not even about it not being your night, respectfully. You're always building, always have some small momentum. This is, again, for the Performance Center down in Florida, where the people are actually performing on nationally broadcast television for real. These impressionable youth are actually bringing forth something of sincere essence. So leave it to them. Now, look, back fist fine. Lola looks great. We're good. Tatum, great. She kept up. Her offense is so abstractly innovative that I knew from the first time. So there you go. Like, I've seen people try to do like different forms of innovations or whatever little creativity they could think up and say, hey, look, isn't this great? And it's like, yeah, nah, you're doing the complete opposite. Meanwhile, what Tatum's doing or how she does it when she's in the ring, it's no complaints, no anger, no wait, no mad at waiting, no impatience. I don't know. We all want to see her. I be waiting weeks on end. I feel like it was closer to 2 months I ain't get to see Tatum sometimes. Like, man, look, I'm about to say I was talking all day about it. And didn't they have a third person? They did. I swear to God they had a third person, but now they're gone. So, dang. Now let's move on. Hanky Tank won the gauntlet. NXT is always trying to compete. So, ran the full gauntlet. All right, that's nice. No diss. Hanky Tank looked great. I'm not mad at him at all. That was hilarious. And the match played itself out. Now, Thea Hill, Carmen, fine. Thea's back, fine. Look a little more polished in the ring. Good. And then who am I looking at after that? Carmen's a suit, but I don't know what type of player she is yet. She isn't a power player, but she's a known name. That matters. Running with Ashanti like that, with Adonis, good. It's still working. I don't know what happened to Flyboy. He just looked like swaddling. I don't know, man. Bring the style back. That's just how I feel about that one. So good. Now, all right, double cutter. with my man Javon, Trick, and Oba. The match is going to be something else. I can't say who should be picking up that victory, but what I will definitely say is I'm anticipating all three of them getting in there and making sure that they're all seen at the next level. You know, like when it comes to a month from now, the next the next live event, the next premium live event they have. If all three of them are on the card, they should all have strong spots. Just all the NXTs have to stand and deliver. You know, the off season's coming there too. It's gonna be about a day longer, but good. Double cutter, fine. Everybody look good. They wasn't trying to talk too heavily to each other, but at the same time, it's more than enough that it spoke to. What going on? Tony D in the fam, and then the Dark State. Shouts to all of them. I mean, names don't matter, characters do. That's how I feel. For real. So, when I'm looking at, what's it, Dark State, Deep State, whatever they want to call themselves, respectfully, I know the feeling that they're supposed to give off. Yeah. And it's what the last administration was going for when they made the Usos the way they are now. Like, they let them fully go, you know, into that part of the character back. And that's why I say name value don't need to be a thing. What's being represented matters most. And again, don't even put the name of the Deep State on it. Oh, and shout out to Ricky Sainz, by the way. Just saying. But Deep State, Dark State, whatever they want to call themselves, they're doing good. It's a solid influence on the crowd, on the part of the crowd that's into stuff like that, you know. And it's definitely levels to it. So I think they're doing great. I think they looked very good. We're gonna have a little tag match, whatever they're doing. Good. Then, look, my man, Underboss, they trying to give somebody character. I respect that. Underboss making his own move, you know what I mean, making decisions and, you know, shit like that. All right, fine. You know, like, good bread. And Tony was right there for him, pulled up on some wild shit. Good. Now, Hard Warren with, you know, whatever. I mean, Tony D been doing this, you know, for a little minute. He been in Don NXT for some years now. Ups and downs, the injuries, and got back healthy, and now he back again, got more fame. Luca looking real good. Riz always on deck. You know, Underboss made a move. The fight happened. I love the fight energy, and that's really what that's really all I got looking at this time about trying to make the move. So I can appreciate what was brought forth. Point blank. The characters that were developed needed to be developed in that manner and regard. So we got some real shit going on NXT. I don't know what's going on with the family on the main roster, but so far as the factions and family building down on NXT or over at NXT, perfect. That's enough out of me. I'm going to go ahead and handle business the rest of this day now.